What is up, guys? My name is Micah with CrashCourseCode, and this is going to be the 26th video in this Java programming series. In this video, we're going to cover a very important concept, arguably one of the most important concepts in object-oriented programming, and that is going to be classes. So, for a basic explanation of what a class is really, to put it simply, it can be anything. A class is basically just grouped similar behavior. So I can be a class, this lamp can be a class over here. I think I said that before, but like anything in the world can be a class. And all a class is, it's a group of related behaviors that has some properties and or some methods here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a class, and we're going to create the calculator class. So our calculator class is going to have some methods associated with it. And all a method is, it's like, think about a calculator. What are all the verbs that a calculator can do? So a calculator can add, a calculator can subtract, divide, and multiply here. So we're just going to have a really simple calculator. It's just going to do these four operations. So our calculator does have some properties, but they are irrelevant to us. Like, let's say our calculator had like, if we're talking about an actual physical calculator, we'd have some properties like the weight of the calculator and the weight of the calculator, the volume of the calculator, kind of the physical quantifiable characteristics of the calculator. Because we just are creating a virtual calculator, we're only going to actually implement the methods in this case. In a future video, we will actually create an object that has properties, but just to kind of get you guys started with classes, we're just going to create a calculator class that has these four methods here. So to create a new class, we're going to go up to this source folder right here, going to hit new class. And we're just going to call this calculator. The naming convention for naming classes is that you always capitalize the first letter in every word that is in the class. So say I were calling this red calculator, it would be red calculator like that. You'll see it when we actually start writing methods. You've probably seen this already. Methods use camel case, so they would do something like this. They would have the first word of every single method is going to be lowercase entirely, and then they start capitalizing from there. Just a naming convention you might want to start getting used to. So we're going to call this calculator here. We are not going to check this public static void main because we already have that within our first main file right here. So you see we have that public static void. So we only want this statement in one of the files in our project. So here is our calculator class. So to get started, you can just start defining some methods within the class. So we're going to say public static int add int n1 int n2. So we're going to kind of create the same kind of methods we did in a previous tutorial video, except we're going to do this within the class, and we're going to access it within the class as well. So we're just going to return n1 plus n2 here. Then we're going to copy this 4 times, and we're going to kind of write all this out here. So we're going to say subtract, it's going to be n1 minus n2 multiply n1 times n2 and divide here. n1 divided by n2. So awesome. Now we have a calculator class. I mean, that's really the basics of it here. So now that we have this calculator class declared, we can go into the main method here, the main file, and say we want to add a couple numbers here. So we're going to say n1 equals 3, n2 equals 2, and we just want to add these two numbers together and print it out. So the sum of these two numbers is going to be calculator. All you do is you put the class name here, put the dot operator, and then do add. The dot operator will give you access to all the methods that you declare within a class. I totally forgot the data types here, so let's type those in. It's pretty important. And so you see that we have the calculator class. We're accessing the add method within the calculator class. So you might recall that we imported some Java statements, and we used the array arrays.toString method. The arrays, if you guys can see, is just a class within the Java framework. So you are writing things that you could implement the entire Java framework if you wanted. It's really just it's just so much code that one person can't implement an entire framework realistically most of the time. So awesome. So now you know how to access a class's methods. In the next video, we're probably going to actually create an object out of a class. So as of now, this class stands as a file in and of itself. It's kind of just like a bit of group behavior. It's a way of organizing our code here. There is a way to create objects from classes. So you can actually basically create a class and create a new object from that class and create like 5 new objects from that same class. So the class is going to be used like a blueprint. And from there, you can actually have these properties that change with these other dynamic classes. So you can have group similar behavior with different properties. And you guys will see the usefulness of that in the next video when I explain it. But that's going to be the basic intro to classes here. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video.